So we are here with Daria Binevskaya, the director of the film My Name is Petya, and with the two actresses from the film. The main actress, Nadia Slavietskaya.
Hello.
And the other actress, Svetlana Bolshakova.
Hello.
The film My Name is Petya is a short film about a mother with two daughters who gets into a quarantine in an isolation hospital for people with infectious diseases. And she meets there a boy, Petya, who has a Down syndrome. And it is a touching story of an encounter of two worlds, the world of wealthy family and a mentally disabled orphan. And the film has run many festivals and was awarded, if I counted it correctly, 6 times as a best film at various festivals, also in Poland, where it won European Film Festival Integration You and Me in Koszalin. The film which we chose as our festival opening film gains a whole lot new meaning today. We are all in a quarantine, and it is a confinement that reaches all of us, rich and poor, famous and regular folks, and healthy and sick people. And I have a question to you, Daria. How do you see your film in the current situation? Do you read it differently now?
My film is some situation in infection hospital with a mother and 2 child, and after the main hero, whose name is Petya. And when we shooting this film, we didn't know about this quarantine, coronavirus, nothing. We just thinking about the usual situation with many mothers, many children, many people who every day meet this situation, infection situation, and isolate box, isolate
in a ward in a hospital.
Yes. And now I don't think nothing, because it's a story about another story. It's about usual story. But now maybe some people can imagine some more about these pictures than maybe 3 months ago, because the situation it's happened with all world.
That's true. The film during the selection process already struck us, and we already chose it to show it during the festival. But right now, considering it again and also preparing for this Q&A, seeing it again, it evolved totally different feelings in me. It pushed other feelings of me knowing now how it is to be locked down in a place, and thinking how it can be for a person who's locked down alone, like Petya.
For me, it's a story about love, and it's a story about miracle love, because Petya gives mother who stay in quarantine. Some miracle happened, and mother gives Petya some helping, and this duet, this I don't know in English, duet
works in Polish fine.
Yes, now it's a miracle duet. It's a story about love, and it doesn't matter about quarantine, not about quarantine, because in our movie, the norm of quarantine, the rules about quarantine, it's not so deeply. Yes, not like this, not like now. It's softly, yes. And for me and for my actress and for all people, it's a story about love.
And I read the story now, because of the current situation, as a story of isolation, which is both literal in a physical way, but also social isolation of people. We are taught not to care about each other anymore. And in your film, there is a scene in which the nurse tells the mother, the main character, don't you have enough work with your own daughters, with your own, like, don't you have your own children? The moment when she is interested in Petya and starts to ask the nurse, who is he and who is responsible for him and so on, she shows some interest in the fate of the boy. She hears from the nurse, don't you have your own children? Like, take care of your own children. So how would you describe this focus of the film?
Story, it's not about the usual life. If I understand right your questions, because it's a story about some case in life and usual woman. In this case, it's change all. And this case with Petya, with unusual little boy, with his story, this case changed mother. You understand? Change the mother, and after the mother start to be with her daughter better, because he knows. Yes. Yes. And I think that we have a main actress, Nadia, and yes, I think that she will talk about tell about better than I.
I want to tell something about your previous question, because I understand that now I saw film today and now I understand that really different meaning now because of the situation in all world. And there may be of course this is film about love, of course, but now we all in this situation, and I think the meaning became more bigger. I don't know how to say, sorry for my English, because of we all in isolation, and this is like metaphor some of our film, that even in isolation you can find your miracle. So we have not usual life now, and now we are speaking with you, and yesterday I didn't know that we can speak with you with Polsha, and this miracle also miracle of that day. But for my personage, my how to say for
hero.
For my hero, this is miracle of her life, because she find new world with Petya. So, and the scene with the nurse who say that you have to do your something with your children, and
kids,
it doesn't matter, it's not your child. So, and this meaning also, I think now it's became more actual, or I don't know how to say, more everybody now in isolation. We are some people became more angry, some people became more nervous, some people they nervous about their own life, of course. We all have a lot of problems with this isolation. So this scene about that some people don't understand sometimes what is the matter with you, that you want to know something. It's not your business, I think. So maybe it's more today our film became different.
I understand what you mean, and this is exactly what I thought. This question of the mother about Petya, and then the answer, like, what do you care? You have your own children, so leave him alone, or don't you have enough troubles with your own children? And this way of us being taught that we should not think about anything further than our immediate family and immediate social circle, and just not stick out because it only brings trouble. And how is it in general, also, Svetlana, how is it to work with children, and how was it to work with because I think that Petya, the actor's name is also Petya. Am I correct?
Yes.
So how was it to work with Petya?
But it's a question for Nadia, but because the Svetlana didn't work with Petya, only Nadia.
Okay, so obviously it's me.
But I will tell that Petya is a unique person, and it was very easy to play with him. It was not so easy to play with different children, with girls. It was more difficult. Yeah, really. Petya was very strong. I don't know why, but he didn't cry. It was very hard time, because it was night time for all children.
I'm sorry, it was surprise for all crew.
Yeah.
It was surprise. Everybody afraid work with unusual child. But after 3 days shooting,
3 nights.
Yes, because usual children, it was crying, tired, yes, and Petya was strong, and every time was shying, and also interesting everything.
Little problem was that Petya, he isn't playing, he just living.
Yes.
And when I came and hey boy, he always turned back and yes. and I couldn't play with him because he's leaving. And for me was difficult of this situation. The difficult was to be alive, so alive in shooting as he is, because he is living, he is not playing. And I understood that when you with the person who is living, so you can't play ordinary way. You just have to live with him in this scene. So it was very interesting, and for me it was unexpected and beautiful experience with him.
And Daria, how is it for you when it comes to the cast? Do you tend to work with the same actresses and with the same actors, or do you switch from project to project? What is your relationship with the cast?
It's very serious questions, because with Nadia and with another actress, Svetlana, and Ekaterina Finevich, the nurse, I didn't have questions, but for main actor, after 3 months of looking the main actor, I decided don't shoot in the film, because the parents, their foundation of this unusual children, they told me, no, we don't want to give you an actor. We don't want to give our child, because you're a young director, and it's one affair, an adventure. And after 3 months, I told myself, that's enough. I don't have a main hero, and it was a miracle. It was a miracle. I found only one person, and it's he name's Petya, like the main hero, and he from orphan house, and from 4 years old. Svetlana, the wonderful miracle mother, take from orphan house Petya, and now with who it's all okay. And she told me that she's agree give her son for my shooting, because she like my script.
Well, the story, I can understand institutions and people taking care of disabled children to be scared to give the access to the children for the films. However, your story is told with so gentle words, and it is in general so positive that
Yes.
That it's a totally different thing.
But in Russia, it's I think that it's only now, maybe 3 years, it start to some process of
discussion of this
discussion about
these
unusual
people.
children.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very close sphere, close
Community, yeah. Mm-hmm.
community,
Okay.
yes, and everybody afraid to go to the TV, cinema. It's a very close community.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's different already.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we work in this.
Yeah.
And are there any projects that you're working on right now in the times of quarantine? Is there anything that you're developing right now? I heard that it's a very good time now to develop film projects because all directors and writers have time to focus on the development of scripts. Is there anything we should look for?
For me, write to scripts, it's very difficult in this time because I don't feel the freedom, and for me it's very difficult because it's my script, and I have a 2 script full matter and 2 script short matter, and 1 script of short matter, it's a story about a boy with autism.
Mm-hmm.
But it's only 1 story with unusual person. But now it's, for me, I don't know, maybe there are very many some genius who just sit and write, but for me it's very difficult because I don't feel a freedom and I don't feel the result of my work. But now in Russia, the cinema, it's locked down, and I think it will be for 1 or 2 years, and it's very big. Yes, but
it's the same in Poland. I just read in Variety today that Sweden and Denmark have let film crews to shoot again. So the production in Sweden and Denmark is starting again. Without the crowd scenes and so on, but slowly the industry is opening in different countries. We will see when it comes to Poland and when it comes to other countries, but there are already some signs that we're going back to the maybe not full swing, but we're going back to production.
We should go to Sweden or Poland, I think. Nadia, Sveta, come.
Well, in Poland we're not shooting yet. No, but Sweden is the direction.
Anna, can I ask my actress Sveta say some words about the Poland festival, because
Sure.
we have only one festival and you're in Poland, and it's my second country because I have parents from Poland, and it's for me it's very important.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Sveta.
Okay. Last September, I visited Poland to the festival Integracja TIA.
In Koszalin, yes.
Yes, it was in Koszalin, and it's a very beautiful, cozy city. And it was my first international film festival. I was nervous a little, and I travel alone, and it was long travel through all Poland by train, and it was a very interesting festival because it's festival for people with disability, and directors and actors and audience were with disabilities, and all people were together and without problems, and it's not normal for Russian society, and it's cool for me. Wow, it's normal life. And second good situation for me, the movie My Name is Petya became the main prize, the best short film, Matil 2019. Matil, it's very
The butterfly.
word. Yes, butterfly. And I'm proud, and I'm proud to be a little part this project. Thank you, Daria.
And also thank you, all of you, for the fact that you let us show the film during the festival. And I think it will be a grand opening because of all the meanings of the film and this different, totally different meaning right now in the times of the quarantine. So I think it will be a great opening, and I'm really happy that you agreed for this Q&A. And I wish you all the best for the future projects, and let's hope that we will be soon meeting as before and doing our films just as we used to do before.